Giancarlo Stanton was ready for liftoff from the jump, hitting a first-inning three-run jack that set the tone for my New York Yankees and sent the Yankees to the ALCS. Bag it, Guardians. Houston, hello. Bring on the Houston Astros. Aaron Judge absolutely locked in. I loved the ability for Gleyber Torres to mock Josh Naylor, rock the baby. I mean, you want to sit there if you're Josh Naylor in a game that you lost and start mocking Garrett Cole. And I'm all for celebration and validation, but how about you get a grip and get a clue if you're Naylor? And I love that the Yankee fans serenaded him with "Who's Your Daddy" last night. That was awesome. And listen, if you're a Yankees fan like me, last night was awesome. Game 1 of the ALCS is tonight, so there's no rest for the weary here, and I feel more confident about the New York Yankees than I have in a very long time. Their pitching has been remarkable over the last few weeks. Nasty Nestor was excellent on short rest. Frankly, I would have given him an extra inning and would have pitched him into the sixth. He has been excellent. He deserves a lot of credit for his toughness. The bullpen yesterday, harbinger of things to come, I believe, for this championship series. Loaizaga, Clay Holmes, Peralta, all outstanding. And I think the Yankees are going to be ready to rock and roll. Now, obviously, Houston is fantastic, and clearly they have the pitching matchup tonight. But remember what happened to Justin Verlander the last time he pitched? Anyone remember? He got lit up like a Christmas tree against the Seattle Mariners. Nobody talks about it because they have the epic comeback highlighted by Yordan Alvarez with that incredible walk-off home run, game 1 of the divisional round for the Astros over the Mariners. I love this Yankee team. If you think there is a chance that I'm going to pick the cheating fraud Houston Astros to beat my New York Yankees on my television show, you haven't been paying attention. Now, obviously, I respect the heck out of this version of the Houston Astros. Alvarez is amazing. Verlander's amazing. And if you remember the Monday after that June series, Yankees-Astros at Yankee Stadium, I was on Time to Shine, and I said, the worm has turned. Even before the Yankees started playing awful baseball in July and August and September, I said Houston was going to get the 1 seed and be the team to beat. But I can't wait for Aaron Judge to absolutely own this series. Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, Yankee pitching, defense, timely hitting, Harrison Bader, and I can't wait for the Yankees to celebrate Game 7 in Houston, where they are going to take out a garbage can and celebrate by banging it all over the Houston Astros. Just great to see Tua Tagovailoa meeting with the media for the first time since that scary hit against the Cincinnati Bengals. And you love to hear that from Tua Tagovailoa. Preparing to play, getting better every day, on track to start for the Miami Dolphins against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football. And first and foremost, seeing Tua, hearing Tua, listening to Tua, knowing that he's okay physically, mentally, and he talked about how he did not remember getting carted off in Cincinnati. I'm just glad he's okay. That's what matters first and foremost. Now, on the field, clearly Miami needs him. They are going to be thrilled to have QB1 back because this team, this offense cannot function sans Tua Tagovailoa. You look at the Miami Dolphins' remaining schedule, and that includes Sunday Night Football this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think with Tua Tagovailoa, they are going to go on a major winning streak. Beat Pittsburgh, beat Detroit, beat Chicago, beat the Cleveland Browns, and the Houston Texans. The expectations remain the same. Assuming health for Tua Tagovailoa, and again, that's what matters, I still firmly believe the Miami Dolphins will make the playoffs this season. Bravo, Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay, unlikely voice of reason. Normally, you don't get NFL owners to break ranks when it comes to something like this, calling out other owners or going against the grain or saying things that would make Roger Goodell unhappy. Unless, of course, it's something that Roger Goodell would be thrilled with. So here's Jim Irsay saying that at the owners' meetings yesterday. On the heels of last week, Al Michaels, during the Amazon broadcast of Washington and Chicago, saying that there are people at the top of the NFL who would be thrilled if Daniel Snyder was no longer an owner and sold the team. I don't think the Michaels commentary was an accident. I think Jim Irsay did the right thing. I think Roger Goodell privately loved this. I mean, you understand what's going on here in Washington? Daniel Snyder is the worst. He is the absolute worst. The workplace, when it comes to females in Washington, it's deplorable how they have been treated in terms of harassment. It is unacceptable. And Irsay hit all the right notes on that. So I give Irsay a lot of credit. And listen, Daniel Snyder should be out of the league anyway. He ruined a once proud and ultra-popular franchise. He's a horrible owner. The football team is irrelevant. They used to have a 50-year waiting list for Washington season tickets. Now you can get a ticket day of the game, and frankly, there's more visiting fans than home fans. I mean, I root for the Knicks. The Knicks have a horrible person who's the owner and a meddlesome owner who's terrible. And you know, at your heart of hearts, the basketball team has no chance to do anything. That's exactly what goes on in Washington. I believe that more owners are going to follow what Jim Irsay did. I believe they're going to get the 24 votes necessary. I believe, just like what happened years ago with the Clippers, what's currently happening now with the Phoenix Suns, I believe it's a harbinger of things to come. And at some point sooner than later, rightly so, Daniel Snyder will be out of the NFL. Welcome back. Time to Schein, bringing everything from the NBA on a Wednesday, starting with some over-unders that I love. 45.5. That's the number for the Atlanta Hawks. I love Atlanta and the over. Love Cleveland this year. Donovan Mitchell and company over 47.5. I can't believe the Pistons number is 29.5. Way too low. Cade Cunningham and company love the over. Raptors going to win at least 46 games. I'll take that over of 45.5. And I am obsessed with the Twin Towers of Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert. Give me the over of the Timberwolves at 49.5. How about my playoff picks, 1 through 10, from the Eastern and Western Conference? That's right. I'm obsessed with Cleveland and Mobley and Garland. I love my guy Donovan Mitchell. Still can't believe he's not on the Knicks. I have Detroit in the postseason. Sorry, Chicago, you're out. The West was tough, man. I mean, you have 6 teams, and I think top 6 that can win the Western Conference. I love that combination for the Minnesota Timberwolves, as we mentioned. And I think the Lakers will make the playoffs as team number 7 out west. Final pick from the NBA, give me Kawhi Leonard to win MVP at 18-1. Let's keep rolling with the hoops talk as we shine on basketball. Vintage performance of my guy Steph Curry and the Warriors last night. One of those vintage classic Steph games, riding the emotion of the crowd. They raised the banner, got the rings last night. That was awesome. That third quarter was straight out of Central Casting. Steph Curry, his time to shine. I mean, it's a nationally televised game on TNT. They're playing the Lakers. He's making threes. That was awesome from a Steph Curry standpoint last night, albeit in a loss. I did see some good things from the Lakers' big three last night. Seriously, I think the Lakers, as we mentioned, are going to be good. Now, LeBron James, obviously, after the game, made a lot of news when he said he didn't like the roster configuration. And look, LeBron's right. They can't shoot. They don't have enough shooters. But they're not going to be matched up well with the Golden State Warriors and Steph and Clay and company. But I thought there were some really good things from Anthony Davis, really good things from LeBron James. I thought they did an excellent job in terms of efforts last night. And Russell Westbrook, he started. The hamstring was not an issue. I love the way Russ fit in. Now, again, I want to stress it. Keeping up with those first 6 teams that we referenced in my top 6 picks for the Western Conference, They don't have the requisite bucket getters. There's a reason why Buddy Hield was trending during the game last night on Twitter. He would have been great, obviously, last offseason via trade for LA. But I saw some really good things from the Lakers. I want to make this clear. Last night's win, no fluke for the Celtics. Boston's going to be better than Philly this year. Much better. Joe Mazzulla talked about this yesterday on Time to Shine. I think that he was the right choice, right guy, right time on the heels of Ime Udoka getting suspended. And I love the balance and domination on offense. Tatum had 35, Brown had 35. And to me, the big difference when I look at it for this team, it's the impact of Malcolm Brogdon. Because you know that Tatum and Brown, they're going to get theirs. And I love the chemistry last night. When you have to now account for Brogdon, what a pickup in the offseason that was by Brad Stevens. And he can obviously dominate in terms of shooting. He's super smart. If you have to account for him, it's going to give more looks and more opportunities here at the end of the day for those aforementioned great players for Boston. Listen, Harden scored a lot of points. He had over 30. Embiid had a double-double. I just don't like the vibe for the Philadelphia 76ers compared to a team like the Boston Celtics. I know it's game one, but that's going to tell a big picture story here for both these teams. Staying in the East, the Brooklyn Nets' weird and wild march towards the NBA title begins tonight against New Orleans. And yes, we said yesterday on Time to Shine, we're picking Brooklyn to win a championship. I mean, I feel like I have to say that with a question mark, like I'm Ron Burgundy. I love the Nets. Nets over the Clippers to win a championship. What could possibly go wrong? I think Ben Simmons is going to fit in brilliantly with this team. Steve Nash said he doesn't need Ben Simmons to shoot at all. And he just loves the balance on offense and the domination with his superstars in terms of Durant taking over a game. And I was listening to Kevin Durant on Mad Dog Sports Radio with Tom Brady on Tom's incredible Let's Go show. And it was interesting listening to Durant talking to Tom Brady, of all people, about efforts and how he just wants to play ball. And obviously, with the Brooklyn Nets, and Durant was part of this in the offseason, you know, it's always something other than basketball. But I think that these guys realize they need each other. Kyrie Irving, for now, seems focused on basketball, which has not been the case since he's been a member of the Brooklyn Nets. They made good moves in the offseason. Steve Nash has job security. I'm taking the Brooklyn Nets to win the East and win a championship.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.